Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gop Gopinath Shyama Kund Radha Kund Giri Govardhan ki jai. Shri Vrindavan Dham ki jai. Navadvip Mayapur Dham ki jai. Sri Jamunamai Gangamai Bhakti Devi Tulsi Devi ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gaur Pramananda Haribol. All glory is the assembled devotees. All glory is the assembled devotees. All glory the assembled devotees. Jai Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 12, Text 26. Rajarshinam Janayita Shasta Chotpata Gaminam Nigrahita Kaler Esha Bhuvo Dharmasya Karanat Rajarshinam Janayita Shasta Chotpatagaminam Nigrahita Kaleresha Bhuvo Dharmasya Karanat Rajarshinam Janayita Shasta Chotpatagaminam Nigrahita Kaler Esha Bhuvo Dharmasya Karanat Rajarshinam Janayita Shasta Chotpatagaminam Nigrahita Kaler Esha Bhuvo Dharmasya Karanat Rajarshinam Janayita Chatpachotpatagaminam Nigrahita Kaler Esha Bhuvo Dharmasya Karanat Janarjisham Janayita Shasta Chotpatagaminam Nigrahita Kaler Esha Bhuvo Dharmasya Karanat Rajarshinam Janayita Shasta Chotpatagaminam Nigrahita Kaler Esha Bhuvo Dharmasya Karanat Rajarshinam Janayita Shasta Chotpatagaminam Nigrahita Kaler Esha Bhuvo Dharmasya Karanat. Mataji's Rajarshinam Janayita Shasta Chotpatagaminam Nigrahita Kaler Esha Bhuvo Dharmasya Karanat Rajarshinam Janayita Shasta Chotpatagaminam Nigrahita Kaler Esha Bhuvo Dharmasya Karanat Rajarshinam Janayita Shastachotpatagaminam Nigrahita Kaleresa Bhuvo Dhammasya Karana Raja Rishinam, of kings as good as sages. Janayita, producer. Shasta, chastiser. Cha, and. Utpatagaminam, of the upstarts. Nigrahita, molester. Kale, of the quarrelsome. Esha, this. Bhuva, of the world. Dharmasya, of religion. Karanat, on account of. Translation. This child will be the father of kings, who will be like sages. For world peace and for the sake of religion, he will be the chastiser of the upstarts and the quarrelsome. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. The wisest man in the world is the devotee of the Lord. The sages are called wise men, and there are different types of wise men for different branches of knowledge. Unless, therefore, the king, or the head of the state, is the wisest man, he cannot control all types of wise men in the state. In the line of royal succession in the family of Maharaj Yudhisthira, all the kings, without exception, were the wisest men of their times. And so also it is foretold about Maharaj Parikshit and his son Maharaj Janamejaya, who was yet to be born. Such wise kings can become chastisers of upstarts and uprooters of Kali or quarrelsome elements. As will be clear in the chapters ahead, Maharaj Parikshit wanted to kill the personified Kali, who was attempting to kill a cow, the emblem of peace and religion. The symptoms of Kali are wine, women, gambling, and slaughterhouses. Wise rulers of all states should take lessons from Maharaj Parikshit in how to maintain peace and morality by subduing the upstarts and quarrelsome people who indulge in wine, illicit connection with women, gambling, and meat eating, supplied by regularly maintained slaughterhouses. In this age of Kali, regular license is issued for maintaining all of these different departments of quarrel. So how can they expect peace and morality in the state? The state fathers, therefore, must follow the principles of becoming wiser by devotion to the Lord, by chastising the breaker of discipline, and by uprooting the symptoms of quarrel as mentioned above. If we want blazing fire, we must use dry fuel. Blazing fire and moist fuel go ill together. Peace and morality can prosper only by the principles of Maharaj Parikshit and his followers. Rajarshinam janayita shashta chotpatagaminam nigrahita kaleresha bhuvo dharmasya karanat. This child will be the father of kings who will be like sages. For world peace and for the sake of religion, he will be the chastiser of the upstarts and the quarrelsome. Om Ajnana Timidandasya Jananjana Shalakaya Chaksur Unmilitam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. I was born in the darkness of ignorance, and my spiritual master opened my eyes with the torchlight of knowledge. I offer my respectful obeisances unto his lotus feet. So here, the world peace formula is given. Over the weekend, we were invited to the Shilai Temple, the Buddhist temple in Huntington Beach. 300 eager people to hear about world peace. So every group came up. The Catholics came up and chanted, "Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me." Very nice song, but doesn't get you very far. Maybe you know. Let there be peace on earth and let... Anyway, they sang for 10 minutes. Then I think this Buddhist group got up and sang a song by Michael Jackson. Very pretty, but I didn't feel the peace. What was the song? No one knows. Then the Jewish got up and sang some Jewish, and the Muslims got up and sang in Arabic or something, some songs. So when we approached the front, so many wonderful people, mostly Chinese, Buddhists. We told them there's peace formula in Bhagavad Gita. Bhoktaram jagatapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram suridam sarvabhutanam gyatvam shanti rachati. That one has to understand God is the enjoyer. Bhoktaram jagatapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram. He's the proprietor of all planets. Now they're building a border, or trying. They're shutting down the government to build a border with Mexico that'll be fortified. A wall. Of course, we have tons of trade with Mexico. Our best people in America are Mexicans. But our leader, who has no personality, I can say now, the government allows you, he made a rule that you can criticize the government as a religious organization. And he's shutting down our government to try to build this humongous wall for millions of dollars, to keep out foreigners. America's all foreigners. I'm a foreigner. Your grandparents, all our grandparents are foreigners. Who's not a foreigner? American Indians. Of course, they were there at the Peace Festival also. They sang some nice Indian song, American Indian song. So we're thinking that this border, that this is us, and across the border is someone else. When I was very young, I've told the story, right before I joined the movement. I went up to Canada to play music with some friends at some coffee houses. Was going up the coast, Portland, Seattle, Vancouver. So I was on a bus late at night, and I had bell-bottom jeans and this kind of thing, all kind of stuff. They said, "Have you ever smoked marijuana?" I said, "No, never." They said, "Do you know anyone that smokes marijuana?" I said, "No idea." "Have you ever been around?" They were really getting picky. So I said, "Maybe I was at a party once, but I didn't partake." They said, "Okay, thank you." And they stamped my passport, rejected. At midnight, I was turned away from Vancouver, had to hitchhike back to Seattle. And I couldn't go in the country of Canada for 1 year because I was a bad element. Later I went to Vancouver for the festivals and Calgary Stampede as devotee. But for 12 months, I was kicked out of the foreign country of Canada. What is the difference between Canada and America? I found one difference. They have flashing green lights. Instead of yellow, when they want you to, before red, in Vancouver it goes flashing green. Otherwise, they're the same as us. What to speak Mexico, it's the same. But men, we have created borders, and Prabhupada said, big dogs guarding the border, no, you can't come in. No one like you allowed. Actually, Krishna is the proprietor of all planetary systems. Bhoktaram Jagatapasam Sarvaloka Maheshwaram Suridam Sarvabhutanam. And our well-wishing friend, our real friend, that is Krishna. And one who understands, Gyatva Mam Shanti Richati, one who understands these three principles. Krishna is the enjoyer, Krishna is the proprietor, Krishna is our friend. He, she attains peace, real peace. But how can they have peace when they're maintaining slaughterhouses? We were at one event. We brought Ram Nomi, my son, to play drum. And after the event, they said, we have snacks for the soul. So I told Nomi, go check out what are their snacks for the soul. So he went in the parking lot after the chanting, and he came back and said, Peter, they're not snacks for the soul. I said, what do you mean? He said, they're snacks with a soul. They were serving chicken and beef and all kinds of abominable, forbidden foodstuffs. They were claiming peace and singing, let there be peace. And they're serving out meatballs, helping maintain slaughterhouse. There'll never be peace. Therefore, Maharaj Parikshit, he went throughout his kingdom as a king does. Prabhupada said, during the time of Maharaj Parikshit, if anyone was having intoxication, kill him. If anyone was having illicit sex, kill him. This was the reign of Maharaj Parikshit. He chastised the miscreants. Unlike today, it's encouraged. There are places of wineries and slaughterhouses and brothels, and even you can go across the street. There's this green cross. I don't know what it means, but it's where you can get drugs legally. Come. But during the time of Maharaj Parikshit, these things did not go on. And for anyone who wants peace, world peace, first of all, close the slaughterhouse. Stop eating meat, fish, and eggs. Stop getting intoxicated. Stop gambling, and stop illicit connection. Then there'll be peace on earth. Let there be peace on earth. Let it begin with me. Follow the regulative principles of freedom. And it'll begin with you. devotees are propagators of peace. They wrote us a nice letter. Mother Madhurika and Bhakta Brad and Nrihari, myself, were there. And they wrote such a nice letter, the priest of the Shilai temple, in appreciation. And they asked if we would come again with the Hare Krishna chanting. So this is our business. During the time of Parikshit, when Kali personified was beating the cow, Dharma took the form of a bull and the earth took the form of a cow. And Kali personified in the dress of a king was beating on them. Maharaj Parikshit came to destroy him. Of course, he had been beating to the point where the bull was just on one leg. 3 legs finished. Hopping on one leg. Happens. That leg, the 4 legs, are austerity, cleanliness, truthfulness, and mercy. He was just on the leg of truthfulness. The regular principles that are attached to these qualities, when one refrains from intoxication, he gets the quality of austerity. When one refrains from illicit connection, they get cleanliness. When one refrains from meat eating, you become merciful. And when one refrains from gambling, it becomes truthful. So the cow, the bull, was on the last leg, truthfulness. Even now, there's no truthfulness. The king, president, is a liar. The news, according to him, is a liar. Everyone's a liar. There's no truthfulness. Everyone's making up stories and lying like anything. So Kali Yuga has really set in. Prayana piyusa sabya kolo asmin yuge jana manda sumanda matayo manda bhagya hi upadruta. Kali Yuga means that people are short-lived, misguided, unlucky, quarrelsome, and above all, always disturbed. And in Kali Yuga, yada deveshu vedeshu goshu vipreshu sadhushu dharma mai chavidvesa sava asu vanasyati. Because they have no regard for the cow. Yada deveshu. First of all, for the devas, for the demigods. Yada deveshu vedeshu. For the Vedic literature, Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita. Goshu. For the cow. No regard. Vipreshu. For the brahmanas. Sadhushu. For the saints. Dharma. For religiosity. And Krishna says, Mai. Ultimately, Krishna says, me. No regard for me, Krishna, God. Sava asu vanasyati. Very soon that person, those persons, and their civilization shall be destroyed. Krishna guarantees that. Krishna says that. That's not some saint saying. That's Krishna saying. These things we will be destroyed because there is no regard. Especially in Kali Yuga, they have no regard for the cow. You go to the drugstore down the block and you can't get out because the line of cars, especially during the lunch hour, when you're driving, goes for blocks for in and out. They're putting it in and they're going to be thrown out. Demoniac. So Maharaj Parikshit was going to destroy Kali personified with his sword. That's what kings do. It's not like, oh, you can do what you like, this, that. When I was seeing some different gurus, the Maharishi and so many other yoga groups, and they're, yes, you can do this, you can. And then I saw Prabhupada in the House of Flowers, 1972, San Francisco in Golden Gate Park. And Prabhupada was very stern and strict. Someone stood up and said, Srila Prabhupada, according to Bahula, Prabhupada said, we are speaking of Krishna. Well, the Baha'i faith believes we are talking of Krishna faith. Well, Bahula says, sit down, be quiet. We are speaking of Krishna. As soon as I heard that, some people were taken back. I knew that's my guru. He doesn't accept any nonsense or gibberish. He was very heavy. Prabhupada could be, what was that? Strong like a thorn and soft like a rose. Is that it? Thunderbolt and soft like a rose. What is that thunderbolt? Tadit. Isn't that? Thunderbolt. Strong. So heavy. Srila Prabhupada called Tamal Krishna Goswami in his room. His party had created some disturbance, Brother Damodar. So he said, Srila Prabhupada, maybe I should go to the moon. Or maybe I should go to China. As if it was the moon. You can't go to China. They're communists. They'll kill you. And Prabhupada said, yes, Krishna has spoken through you, you go to China. But Prabhupada, no, Krishna has spoken through you. You will go to China. And he did. And now there are so many, hundreds and thousands of Chinese devotees. Nice devotees. I have one videotape on my Facebook page of 500 Chinese devotees chanting and dancing Hare Krishna Maha Mantra in saris and yoga clothes. Boys and girls. It's like, my goodness. So Maharaj Parikshit was strong like that, but Kali personified said, but listen, don't kill me. Send me where there's wine, women, intoxication, and gambling. And when he was sent there, the Kali personified said, give me some other place, please. Anywhere else, because this is difficult. So Maharaj Parikshit sent him wherever there is gold. Because where there is gold, Kali Yuga enters. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. The 6 enemies of the soul. Lust, anger, greed, illusion, envy. So, Kali was defeated by Maharaj Parikshit. And he would tour his kingdom. This was before the snake bird curse. And make sure that everyone was following. So this is our business. In this age, we can't kill someone for breaking the regulative principles. We can't harm people, but we can preach the cult of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, preach the teachings of Maharaj Parikshit, preach the regulative principles of freedom, give people the understanding who they are, who is God. Because, as Prabhupada says, Natevidu, Bhagavatam says, Natevidu Swargagati Vishnu. They have no idea the ultimate goal of life is Krishna. They're thinking ultimate goal of life is to get a lot of money. You can't keep it with you. Or is to really have wonderful relationships with your family and your loved ones. Can't keep it with you. That so much so, my sister said, my father died 20 years ago, my mother died last month. She said she had a dream that my mother went and she's eating at the table with my father, her husband, and all of their other deceased relatives. Of course, maybe they are. And I hate to say where they are. They were quite the Kali Yugites, to put it nicely. So they think that the ultimate goal is to keep your family all together and go with your family again and again. But Krishna consciousness, our philosophy says no. The ultimate goal of life is to become a lover of Krishna, to serve the spiritual master and go wherever the spiritual master sends us in the next life. Whether it be another planet to preach, or the spiritual world, or birth again in this planet, wherever. And take up Krishna consciousness where we left off, finish our business. So these are the great stories of the great kings, the Rajarishis, like Maharaj Parikshit, Janamejaya, his son, who became great king, Rajarishi. And these stories are all through the Bhagavatam. Prabhupada talks these stories in all of his classes. One has to learn these stories. Krishna consciousness means knowing Krishna's pastimes, Krishna's instructions, and Krishna's service. And then we, like the residents in the kingdom of Maharaj Parikshit, become satisfied and peaceful. Real peace. Today's kirtan, that was peace on earth, goodwill to men. You wouldn't know it from the external point of view. That's peace on earth. Chanting Hare Krishna, dancing, eating Krishna Prasadam, studying the Bhagavatam, chanting japa, that's peace. So let there be peace on earth. Let it begin with me. Yes. By taking up Krishna consciousness very seriously and sincerely, we will spread world peace, like says in the purport. Maharaj Parikshit was interested in world peace. We're also. So they invited us for world peace. We are the emissaries of world peace. All glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga. Like when I was in the hospital, they said we have to give you all this blood. He's still awake, and I said, can you give me vegan blood? Vegetarian blood? And they said, is that the blood transfusion with a vegan? I said, yeah. They said, we don't have any bags with vegan. So I said, you can